So this is the results. Oh my gosh, I love it. And you can see the difference between the old labels and the new are... Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is super exciting because we got a ton of orders over the weekend, and today's video is going to be all about our packaging process from beginning to end. And I'm super excited to announce that today's video is sponsored by Shopify. Most of you know that my own beautiful website is hosted by Shopify, and it is such an important component for most business owners today to have a gorgeous website. And if you want a beautiful website like my own, a lot of you know that my own website is hosted by Shopify. There is a link down in the description that you can click to get you started on your journey to owning your own gorgeous website hosted by Shopify. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jerica. I am the owner and creator of Quench, and on this channel I talk all about my small business. I talk about how I make my products and how I sell those products, and also show you the behind the scenes magic on how this business is run. So if you're on the same journey, then this is the channel for you.
So the first thing we do when an order comes in is print off the packing slip, so that once we have them laid out, we're able to put each individual slip in the box or the packet that it belongs to, just to stay organized.
And I'll show you guys exactly how we get those packing slips from our Shopify website, and then how we use those packing slips to help us package these orders. So the way that we're notified of an order is we have the Shopify app on our phones, and it's this really cool cha-ching sound if you have the sound turned on in your phone. But if you don't, we get the little red number that shows up on the app icon, and then from there we know that we've gotten an order. And in addition to that, we also get an email that comes in that lets us know what that order is and further details about the order. And the next step after that, if we're gonna fulfill that order, is we go to the actual website, and I will show you what we do from there on the website. So you can see this is the behind the scenes dashboard on a Shopify website, and we have 11 orders on board. And to begin fulfilling the order, what we do is click the actual order, which opens it up, and then under the print option there is a drop down menu of more options, and we click print packing slips. And once you click that, you will have an example of the packing slip, and we use this piece of paper after we print it to make sure that we are packing exactly what has been ordered. And we also use it to verify the address that the customer has inputted to make sure that what we enter into Canada Post or eShipper matches what the customer has put into Shopify when they ordered our product. The reason why we print the order slip, because it's so easy to mess up on an order in terms of missing a bar of soap or getting the wrong scent, or even messing up on the shipping labels themselves, putting in the wrong address. So printing these pieces of paper, these packing slips, are such a great way to cross-reference everything and just make sure everything, the entire package, is correct before sending it out, because it's one of the worst feelings in the world to send something out and it's not correct. And you can see how in the packing slip it shows the options that the customer chose when they ordered that bar of soap. It'll show wrapped or naked if they chose naked, and in this case they chose wrapped. So it's a good thing to have this visual representation in front of you as you're checking off the order before sending it off. So we have all of the boxes built out right now.
Yep, some of these you can see there are boxes within boxes. That's just because people may have ordered one of our sets containing 3 items and additional.
Yeah, so the last packaging video, I got questions about whether or not I pack the gift sets in their own separate box. We do, so that the gift set is actually separate from any additional items that the customer may order. But now we've added an option at checkout, I don't know if you noticed that, to indicate whether or not you actually even need the gift set, because a lot of the times people just want the bundle and it's not necessarily a gift and they don't really need a separate box. But that option of them letting us know whether or not they need the box or not is really helpful in us saving materials and helping the customer if they don't even want the box in the first place. So now that we have all of our boxes built out, we are going to now pick the product from the various places where we have the already made product stored. So for example, we have all of our soap over here, and we have our app open on our phones, and we're going to go through each order down the line and see which orders need a water orchid soap or a Georgia Bay soap. And down below we have lip balm, so as we're going through the orders, we're gonna see which orders need lip balms as well. And for any additional orders that require body butters or sugar scrubs, that's all in the basement. So to save time, we're just gonna pick everything that we need from our soaps and our lip balms here. And then once we have everything picked, then we're gonna go down to the basement and then we'll pick those as well.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky, when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy, bar with neon lights, talked about everything that was on our minds. Talking to you gave me butterflies. Then you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy,
So here are our new labels. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. I'm so excited.
Let me see. Oh yeah, I like how thick that is.
Now let's get these babies onto a bar of soap and see what these really look like. So this is our gorgeous national shrink wrap system, which we've had now for almost 2 years now, right, Kel? Would you say?
Yeah, 2 years. Yep.
Yeah, and it's so easy to use. Basically, you slip your product into this shrink wrap sleeve, I guess that's what it's called. Then you use this really long wand to heat seal what you need, and then yeah, just cut it off, and then use the heat gun to shrink wrap the shrink wrap. Right, just that easy.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will
So this is the results. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that our company name is front and center and everything else is in the smaller fonts, and oh, it just looks so professional and so beautiful. I really am a huge fan of this minimal look, and I really hope that you guys like it too, and all of our customers are big fans of it as much as I am. I'm really glad it worked out. And so we still have a few products that have the old labeling on them, and we are just going to slowly transition everything out and print them as needed, but anything that has the old label on it we will still send out. So if you receive a product from us that has old labeling on it, it's why. But don't worry, we don't keep a lot of product in stock that has the old stuff on hand, so the majority of you should be seeing brand new labels like this when you get your orders. And you can see the difference between the old labels and the new. Our company name is bigger. We have a new logo that I've designed on top of my company name. We have the function of the product in the center, and we've moved the scent down to the bottom. And we've also made the font not as bold. It's a nice, cleaner, lighter look, and the emphasis is on our company as opposed to what the scent is. And we think that's important too. As our following grows, people buy because of our brand, and that's really what we want to emphasize with this new look and new labeling. I'm so happy about it. Looks awesome. Now that we have all of our boxes laid out and we have our product labeled, the next step is to protect that product and make sure that it gets from point A to point B all in one piece. Now, when it comes to soap bars, these guys are pretty solid, and there's not much that can really happen to these guys. You can slip them into an envelope even, and it will probably get to the customer who ordered it still looking like this. But when it comes to a product that comes in a glass jar like this, there is a lot more that can happen to this. Our sugar scrubs come in a glass jar, and there's a few things to consider when you're shipping product that looks like this, and that's the glass component. When it comes to glass, glass is breakable, and you really want to make sure that you are protecting the jar against it being shattered. And then there's also the element of the lid, and it's a pretty secure lid. It's pretty tight, but as it's shipping from one place to another, we found that small vibrations in the box can actually cause the lid to unscrew itself. And there have been instances where the sugar scrub has exploded pretty much. Well, not exploded is like the wrong word. The lid has come off and the sugar scrub has covered all of the contents of the package, and that is an awful, awful thing to happen. We don't want that to happen. So what we do when it comes to jars like this, we secure the lid to the jar using electrical tape, and we also add a shrink wrap seal onto the lid that shows the customer that the contents of the sugar scrub have not been tampered with. And in these times, that's something that's definitely important. To help protect against breaking, we surround the jar itself with some bubble wrap, and in some cases we even add a layer of cardboard around the jar. The whole point of this is to make sure that we get these products to whoever bought them in one piece. And if there's anything that you can think about that could happen to these guys, it probably will. So while the product is in our hands, let's do what we can to protect it. Another part of making sure the products that you ship arrive to their end destination in one piece is the actual vessel itself, and we like to use these corrugated boxes. We get them from both Uline and Staples, and these boxes are really, really good because they're very sturdy, and they're really convenient in that you can fold them into a box shape fairly quickly. They arrive to us in this flat shape. It doesn't take a lot to fold them into a box. That's a huge convenience, because when it comes to scaling your business, you want to make sure that you're using processes that cut time and not add time to your process. So that is one huge reason why we really like these boxes, and a lot of our products fit into these really well. You'll find that with Staples and also with Uline, they offer such a huge range of sizes, so it really can be customized to however size your products come in. We actually own this box, this particular white box, in 3 different sizes, because you feel like the more snug the product is inside of the box, the more protected it tends to be, and it also saves you money as a shipper, because every inch and every ounce counts, or I should say gram. we're in Canada.
Or whatever it is, just keep it consistent. So every inch and every ounce. Yeah.
When you're shipping these, every inch and every ounce counts. And you can see with even the soaps inside of the box here, there's still quite a bit of space that needs to be filled up. To fill it up, we like to use this crinkle fill over here, and we go through a lot of this, which is why we like to buy it in such huge bulk. We get it from Uline, and what this does is fill up the extra spaces in the box so that the products themselves don't roll around, and it reduces the chance that damage will happen to our products. So something like this is always really good if you are a more eco-friendly company and that's your brand. In any case, whatever you use, make sure that you're protecting your product while it's in transit, because anything and everything will probably happen to it.
So in this example of package here, we have one of our larger jars. As you can see here, there's a soap and then there's a shampoo bar. As you can see, underneath this electrical tape is that heat seal band. Then we do have the tape, then we have the bubble wrap here. For this particular set, I always like putting the jar a little bit off center to the right so that there's enough room for the soap here on the left. And then the shampoo bar, which isn't as wide as the soap, has a little less room on the right, but that just makes it all fit in very nice and snug. There's a little bit of room on each side of each product, enough to have a little bit of frill in there so that nothing is really
moving around,
bumping up very hard next to one another.
Yeah, and you can see if I move it side to side, it's pretty secure in there, and there's not a lot of room for anything really to be going on, which is exactly what you want when you're transporting things. And here's an example of a different size box. I believe this is the 8x6x4 size box, which is a little bit more square, but this box is really good if someone is ordering 3 bath bombs and an extra item, which in this case is our lemon shandy soap. And you can see that this box is pretty sturdy and it's corrugated just like our other boxes. And our bath bombs, they are surrounded completely by the fill. And we don't add, we don't add bubble wrap to our bath bombs because I make them pretty hard. And I haven't had a complaint about a bath bomb arriving crushed. But you want to test that and make sure that your bath bombs, if they are very delicate and very fragile, to do what you can to make sure that your bath bombs get to wherever they're going in one piece. But if you have a very hard bath bomb, like mine tend to be extremely hard, then you don't really need much other than having it surrounded by crinkle fill like we have over here.
If we can, we always like to have the face of the soap facing the customer as they open the box. It just makes it a little bit more exciting when opening the box, seeing the front of it and seeing those beautiful swirls and lovely colors.
I think that gets often overlooked when it comes to shipping products is the customer experience of actually opening the package itself. I came from Apple Corporate, and that's something that Apple prided itself on, was the actual experience of getting the product and opening it up. They paid so much attention to detail when it came to that. And I think as entrepreneurs selling our products, we need to think about that too. And a part of it is when you have something as beautiful as these types of products like soap and bath bombs, as soon as the customer opens it up, you want to have them look at the beautiful swirls of your soap or the gorgeous toppings of your bath bomb, and just really think about the entire A to B experience, not just using the product, not just them seeing it on your website, but even them opening the box and them receiving your package in the mail. I think all of that is so important and plays into getting that customer to order from you again, or getting them to order your products for their friends and family that they want to share that experience with as well. In my other video, I got the question a lot about whether or not I ship these or my orders in this white box, or whether or not I put this white box inside of another box and I ship that out. It depends. So I offer gift sets on my website, and for those gift sets, they all come in a white box by default. And if the customer doesn't want the white box, I have an option for them to either let us know if they want the box or not, or there's even a drop down where they can select if they want the box or not. It depends on the listing. But if in the instance that the customer does want the box, then yes, I do include the box inside of another box. So they will have the gift set in here, and then whatever is not included in the gift set will be on the perimeter of that box, and we will ship this entire order in a bigger box. So that's how I do that. But if they don't want a box, then we will have a box like this where it'll just be all of the contents in one box, and there won't be a separate gift box on the inside that isolates. In this case, this person ordered 3 bath bombs. They didn't want the box, so we just have it in the same, all in the same box, and that should be fine. So now that the products are safe inside of their boxes, the next step is to print shipping labels for those orders. And most of you guys know that I like to use Canada Post or eShipper, but this next pro tip comes from my fellow business owner, Sarah, who is the owner of Pink Posh Fox, which is a soap and bath bomb company. If you want to check her out, her Instagram is linked down below, and she has such amazing, beautiful products and an amazing brand. So thank you, Sarah, so much for this. But her tip is to go into Canada Post if you have a small business account. They actually have an option for you to order adhesive pouches for printed labels, a package of 100, and what these pouches are perfect for are for slipping in your shipping labels right into them and sticking them directly onto your package. So we have ordered ours and they're coming in the mail. We don't have them yet, so we're still doing it the old school way of taping all of our shipping labels down onto our boxes, but we are so sure that this tip is probably gonna save us a ton of time. So thank you again, Sarah, for that, and you are awesome. So now that we have the box secured, everything is packed in there tight, and we know the weight of the box and the dimensions of the box, Kale has just printed the shipping label for the box. What we're gonna do now is a bit of an audit system, and this is something that I was taught in Apple when I worked there, was to double, triple, quadruple check everything. And so what we will do is with these packing slips that we printed earlier, we're gonna cross-reference the address, make sure that the address is correct on the shipping label, but also we're going to double check the contents of the box using this paper. And as we check everything off, we are literally going to check mark it off with a pen or marker, and then we keep these papers for our records. What we want to see if there's ever an issue, we want to know whether or not we actually ticked everything off, and this is just a great piece of paper to have all of the details of your order in one place at a glance. So we'll show you, so we'll check to see whether or not everything in here is as it should be. So now that Kale has double checked everything, you're going to put in a signature. And then I'm going to make sure that everything is correct. Look, we have a tape gun. You guys gave me so much trouble for not having one, and now we have one, and it has made packing way easier, so thank you. So now that we have the package all packaged up, the last thing to do is to send the customer the tracking code. We track all of our packages, and the Shopify app actually allows us to send that directly to the customer so easily from our phones. It's awesome. So we see the tracking number on the actual shipping label itself. What Kale is doing is reading it and inputting it into his phone.
I'm not reading out loud.
No. Sometimes you can actually scan the barcode with your phone and it like automatically fills it, but I think it works some of the time.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I just put it in manually now.
Yeah. So that is it. That is our entire packaging process from beginning to end. As you can see, there's a lot of steps, and I really hope that you guys learned a lot from this type of video. So if you did learn something from this, please give it a thumbs up. And until the next video, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.